Want help to grow your business? Download BRiN, the world's first business advisor in your pocket. To find out more, visit BRiN.ai or search the App Store today.
That you want to be if you want to learn about technology. And instead of going out and Googling and demoing the technology on your own, we're here to give you a full 45-minute demo of a great tech tool today. I'm your host, Laurel Gray, and this is Braydan Willrath from Digital Efficiency. And essentially, we're going to walk you through a great tool that will save you time, money, energy, and a whole lot of heartache trying to figure it out yourself. So we're here to help you today and walk you through this amazing tool called Vend. Now, I personally am in the service industry, so I don't use Vend, but Braydan has got a lot of experience in implementing Vend for businesses, much like yours perhaps, and he's here to share with us all we need to know. So, 2 quick things before we get started. First thing, follow along. So if you've got your computer, your laptop, get that out. Get out an iPad. Get out your mobile device and make sure you've got everything here with you so that you can set up your copy of Vend along with us. Second thing, ask and share. So make sure that you hop onto social media, whether it's Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, or Google+, and using the hashtag #TeachMeTech, you can ask questions or share parts of this video and make sure that you're in the loop with what's going on. Now, here's what we're going to cover today. First off, what is Vend? What is it good for? And what is it not good for? And we're going to be referencing another video for you, really making sure that you make the right decision on implementing Vend for your business. What are the advantages or disadvantages over other POS systems or POS systems?
Yep, point of sale.
Point of sale. Getting started, what you'll need, setting up your account, picking a plan, and the basic dashboard overview. So we're going to run through that so that you can get going right away. Then we're going to talk about adding a product, making a sale, accessing and using reports and that report functionality, and then extending Vend, talking about the available integrations with other cloud technology tools and what they're used for. We'll talk a little bit about the zero integration for cloud accounting purposes and why you'd want to consider doing that for your business. And finally, the Timely integration, which we've done another episode on Timely. We'll talk about how to get that going, the advantages, and why you would want to use that, depending on your business. All right, so let's get started. Hello again, Braydan. Thank you for coming back and joining us on this kooky show, Teach Me Tech.
No worries. Thank you for having me.
Well, you're welcome. Now, I don't know anything about this tool called Vend. I know that a lot of my customers use it, but I'm just really not across what's going on. Well, and I'm admitting it here on camera, not even shy. So I'm so excited for you to talk about what Vend is. Just give us an overview.
Cool. Well, look, Vend is a point of sale system. So that's what you said before, POS, point of sale. So the whole idea of Vend is that it helps you at the point of selling a product to actually make that sale. So it's good for retailers, people who are selling retail products, and it's not as good, but would still work for things like cafes. I think there's other more suited systems that aren't Vend for cafes and hospitality-based point of sale. But anything that's retail-based, so such as perhaps a flower shop or a gift shop or a clothes shop, anything that's retail-based and makes a lot of sales. That's what Vend is useful for, and that's kind of what it is.
All right, great. Now, very quickly, is there some kind of scale that you have to have in your business before you start using Vend? This is just a totally curious question. Like, let's say you're starting up a clothing store. I know I was chatting to someone yesterday, and they're starting up a clothing shop. They only have got about 100 products. Would Vend still be useful for them?
Yeah, look, I think so. If they were doing online only, then a Vend is not really needed because, there are other systems that will do online only. But if you're doing a bricks and mortar store, then definitely, even with 100 products, even with 10 products, sometimes it's useful to have because of not just to help you make that sale, but also so that you've got the ability to run reports on how many sales you're doing. Over the space of 6 or 12 months, you can get reports of, okay, what days are better? Are Tuesdays better for sales or are Thursdays better? And perhaps go make a decision on, okay, well, Wednesdays are a really slow day, so let's put all our sales on Wednesday as opposed to on a Sunday when they're usually pretty busy or information like that.
Okay, so essentially you're saying best for bricks and mortar businesses, not necessarily if you're doing just online sales.
Yep.
And gives you amazing reporting.
Amazing reporting, along with lots of other cool things because it's, cloud-based technology.
Ooh, we're in the cloud.
We are.
Sorry, I'm just dancing today. I don't know what's wrong with me.
Dance away.
Now, can you walk us through what businesses Vend would be really bad for, I guess, other than online businesses?
Yeah, look, I think, you don't, if you're running bricks and mortar and online, definitely you can use Vend and there's tools out there. But if it's just online, it's not overly suited to. And things that are hospitality and cafe based, I think that, Vend would work quite well for a small cafe, but I think there are other more suited tools out there. So, you can watch along with this one. We've also got another tool that we're doing a video for called Counter. And so that's more suited to the hospitality industry and not as suited to the retail industry. So, there's different platforms and programs for different people.
All right, so great. As you're watching this video, look out for different things that Braydan is mentioning so that you can discern whether or not Vend would be a good fit for your business. Sounds like there's some other more specialized industry-related tools for you.
There are.
All right, well, now, also on the market, there are a bunch of different point of sale systems. And I'm sure if you just Google point of sale systems, you've come across a lot. So, maybe without naming names, you could if you wanted to. What are the advantages or disadvantages of using Vend specifically over these other systems?
Yeah, good question. Well, look, I think with Vend, first of all, it's cloud-based and it's online. So that has huge advantages. Now, I know in some of the other videos we've talked about the functionality of not having offline access. Vend has full offline access. So even though the system itself is online, you don't have to have an always-on internet connection for it to work. If your internet connection goes down, it will work. You do want to make sure that you do have an internet connection. But, if for some reason the internet goes down, you're not going to be able to not make sales. You'll still be able to make sales and bring up, items and sell those items. So it can definitely work for that. Other advantages are by having it all online, especially if you've got multiple locations or you are selling online as well, you've got accurate stock tracking across either your different locations or even just your warehouse and your one location, or even selling online. It means that if somebody buys that jacket online, it will reduce your stock count so that you don't then go sell it in store to somebody and then you've got to go and apologize to somebody online and say, oh, look, sorry, we've already sold your jacket. So, that kind of a system will work quite well in that regard. Also, because it's online, you've got all these other cool things that most cloud products allow you to do, which means, integrations, which we'll talk a bit later about, with things like other, online systems like Shopify. If you were doing an online store as well, you can also integrate with things like, time scheduling for like Timely, which we talked about in another video. So if you were a beauty salon and you were selling products, you could use Vend to sell your products and Timely to book in your customers. Also things like Deputy, where you can actually have your staff clock on and off. So you can integrate with a whole bunch of different products because you've got a cloud-based system. And it's a lot more difficult to do that with a clunky, computer-based system.
Awesome. I guess what I'm getting from what you're saying as well is there's such a broad range of what you can do. Essentially, you could be running a huge business with operations across whatever country you're in and having an online store, and Vend could still be an applicable solution for you.
Yeah, exactly.
So what you're saying is you can start small and then scale up your business quite easily as well. Yeah,
you definitely can. And the pricing models on most of the cloud products, and Vend included, is starts off small and very affordable for a small company. And as you grow, you pay a little bit more as you get bigger. So you're not having to pay thousands and thousands of dollars to outlay for a point of sale system at the beginning. And I think that's another good point to make, is that getting started with Vend is quite cheap by comparison. I know a lot of other systems that I've seen having been put in for other people usually cost, in the realm of 10 grand plus. And with Vend, you can get started for less than 2 grand to, start you off with all the hardware. And then the ongoing price is very minimal, and it includes support. So you're not having to fork out, huge amounts of money up front. You're able to start with a very small investment and then kind of go from there.
Beautiful. I've just got a quick question, just for your opinion, because look, Vend, you're going to walk us through, and I'm sure you're going to make it look super easy to do, as you always do, right?
Yeah.
But look, let's say you are a business that's already got quite a significant inventory and you've got maybe 2 retail locations. Do you recommend that these types of businesses would work with a consultant to roll Vend out, or do you think it's something that a business owner could attempt on their own?
That is a really good question. Look, I think if you had 2 stores and they were, pretty heavily like making a lot of sales, it's probably best to work with a consultant, only because, a consultant will probably know things that will be able to help you with the migration process. If you're happy to shut down your store or do it over a weekend, if your store closes, then by all means, play along with us today, get your account set up, have a bit of a play. Once you're comfortable with it, maybe put one of the stores on, and then once you've got both stores on, then you can look at, adding in accurate inventory or something like that. So yeah, I think you could do either way, but see how you go along with us today, and we can decide at the end.
Yep, that's great. And whenever you're in doubt, go and at least ask. Talk to a few people who are either certified or some kind of credentialed event consultants.
Yep.
People that have worked with it before,
Yep.
and get their opinion as well. Usually, people are pretty good at
Yeah,
giving
Yep.
feedback.
Yeah.
I just like to add that in because it looks easy when Braydan talks about it, but then going back,
We'll take you through step by step. It will be easy.
Now, Braydan has mentioned that he's going to walk us through a little bit about getting started. So are you able to do that now? Just kind of give us a little overview of how we might get going?
Yeah, of course. I wanted to just quickly talk about, before we go to a break, is to what you'd need to get started. So if you're sitting at home with us today, all you need is your laptop or your iPad, and we can go through getting set up. If you're looking to implement it in your business, what you will need is either a computer or an iPad to actually have that at the store so that staff can make sales. And then you'd most likely need a printer so that you're able to actually print out the receipts for the customers. That's kind of all you need to get started. And if you're having trouble getting ones that are compatible with Vend, you can look at vendhq.com/printers, and that will give you all the compatible printers and cash drawers, and you can buy them online. You can also see which printers are compatible, because not every printer is compatible with Vend, but there are lots of receipt printers out there that are. So have a look at that, and if you need to buy that, then you can.
Great, that's an awesome tip. So have a look online, make sure that you've got the right hardware available where you are, or order it online, and you're ready to go.
Pretty much.
Excellent. Is there anything else that people need to know before they set up their account?
Look, I don't think so. I think that's pretty much it. You can buy barcode scanners as well, so that you can scan barcodes and use the iPad app itself to rather than have a barcode scanner, you can use the camera on an iPad to actually as a barcode scanner. But that's all I can think of at the moment. So I think that's all we need to get started.
All right, great. And I'm sure you'll run us through more of the details when we come
Certainly
back from
will.
a very quick break. My name is Laurel Gray. This is Braydan Willrath, and we're talking about Vend on Teach Me Tech. We'll be back shortly. Woo! We're back with more Teach Me Tech. I'm Laurel Gray, and this is Braydan Willrath, and we are talking all about Vend, which to most of you watching, you might have heard of it as a fantastic inventory management and point of sale system, which it is. It can also be a little bit complex. So rather than leaving you to figure it out all on your own, Braydan is here to walk us through how you can actually bring products into Vend and make sales.
Exactly.
So yeah, that's already on that. Perfect.
Let's do that. Cool. So if we jump to the computer screen, the URL is vendhq.com, and that's going to bring up their landing page. May look different if you're watching this, but there will always be a big green button that says try Vend.
I'm noticing a pattern with all these tools.
I
There's
know,
a big green button.
Big green button. So we're going to click on that one, and that's going to load up our 30-day free trial. So what we're going to do is select what type of retailer are we. Now let's go a fashion one today. We're going to start Laurel's fashion store.
Oh my gosh.
Now, how many people work for the business? We're going to click 1 to 4, but obviously you would click whatever's relevant to your business. And then we're going to call our store something. What are we going to call it? Laurel's Clothing.
Yep. Laurel's Special Boutique.
To continue enjoying this presentation, download BRiN, the world's first business advisor in your pocket. To find out more, visit BRiN.ai or search the App Store today.